and massive potential for Renato Sanchez.
The International Champions Cup continuing with Bayern Munich and Arsenal. Fervent interest, of course, in these clubs out here in Asia at this time of the... and the allure and glamour, given the global nature of the structure of this the United States. Arsenal, one of 5 English Premier League teams involved. There are 5 from Italy, with Juventus the champions, both Milan clubs, Roma and Sampdoria, PSG and Lyon of France, and the aristocrat. New kit for this, which I'm afraid I cannot translate for you, even if I wanted to. A more traditional feel to this outfit for Bayern, certainly. I think it's called retro, isn't it? Thomas Muller's going to captain Bayern, and it will be Peter Cech to captain Arsenal. And that will also confirm that there has been a sit it out. Not a time of the year to take a risk. Mertesacker, of course, last year. That may also explain the thinking there. Something of a goalkeeper shortage for Bayern. Manny Neuer and Sven Ulreich still working their way back to fitness. And all of those who featured successfully in the big international tournaments have been given additional time off. So no Joshua Kimmich, Niklas Süle, Sebastian Rudi, nor Arturo Vidal. But Corentin Tolisso is in. And so too James Rodriguez. Arsenal's travelling party to Asia and Australia a long way from full strength. This is the starting lineup, and it does include Alexandre Lacazette and the other high-profile signing of the summer for Arsenal, Sead Kolasinac, who has arrived on a free transfer from Schalke. Bayern from left to right. In the Shanghai Stadium.
Completely comprehensive nature, and only Alexis Sanchez really came out of that tie with any credit.
Ribéry trying to run on the outside of Maitland-Niles, twisting and turning him. Low below this side. Seemed to be a hand in that. Hamas had the hit. Going on 18, this fellow Frank Ribéry. That's how he speaks about himself.
Rely on Frank Ribéry forever. Saw his
He caught ball watching. Muller has a swipe at it. Little let off for Muller, and it ended up with only 5 in the Bundesliga. Of course, he's got many other battling qualities, but it was a cunt the season before.
It actually seemed to run on.
For Kolasinac. Loves to come forward. Ozil onside. Squared by Welbeck.
Granit Xhaka from his time at Gladbach has a great record against Bayern, and he can hit them from distance.
Here comes Bernat. He thought about having a hit, took on a lot then. Maitland-Niles has given a penalty away. Bernat was just too sharp and strong for him, for the youngster.
Good industry from Bernat's position. There's not a great deal in it.
We have to say that. Lewandowski then. Powers it home, and Bayern lead 1-0 here in Shanghai. They feel hard done by Arsenal. Lewandowski could not care either.
Out with Robert Lewandowski. It's a superb penalty. Petr Cech couldn't read him in the Bundesliga last season. One of the best strikers in the world. Pauli and Bayern, I have to say, have started very well and probably deserve their advantage.
Only 3.
A real test for that makeshift Arsenal backline today.
Welbeck's ball in was a good one. That was a fabulous strike by Ozil, and it hit Tom Stark. I think he knew much about it. If Ozil had been able to...
Fine work from Danny Welbeck, who needs a full season fit. And he picks out the lead up against many of his international teammates here.
He's full of it, doesn't he? Amazing. No offside. Aimed at Muller. Checked it well with that, but it just keeps coming back to Bayern. James Rodriguez. Rafinha. Kolasinac stops the cross.
Go one way or the other.
In the Champions League for Real was against Napoli. Here he is in possession. I think then, once he realised he was being left out of those key games, stretch it had to be by Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. Ribéry. Looking very ominous here for Arsenal. El Neni. Rafinha. He knew Kolasinac was trying to... Kolasinac. Mesut Özil. Bayern Munich player at the end of last season as the former third-choice goalkeeper. Bernat. Good challenge by the goalkeeper, and then they called him and said, look, would you help with pre-season? The other veteran goalkeeper, James, had the hit. Well there, and look at Monreal well forward. Ozil. Monreal trying to creep even further forward. Lacazette. 5 last season, 6 the season before, and 5 the season before that. Costs you games. The only disappointment is that Tolisso was offside. Let off for Arsenal.
Wonderful weight on the header. Oh, it's a woeful decision.
Way onside.
And Bayern still be frustrated.
Mesut Özil. Danny Welbeck. Lacazette twisting and turning. Gets a corner out. Evenly spread. A little bit of room for Mesut Özil to work with here. Alaba across phrase borrowed from cricket. It's time for drinks on the 30-minute mark. And time for the coaching staff to drum home the message. Ancelotti very animated. Rings, can you come back?
Well, he's done what's required twice in the centre midfield over the past couple of seasons. He's really turned into a centre-back moulded in that role, you'd probably argue, by Guardiola. He can bend round.
Lacazette is in here for Arsenal, and he's denied by a brilliant stop by Starker.
Alexander Lacazette, there's the combination we've been talking about. And that threaded ball into Lacazette was spot on. Great goalkeeping from the veteran who, as you say, is filling in perfectly.
Not wrong with the attempted finish, really, was there? Lacazette had picked his...
Those friendlies.
Ribéry. James Rodriguez, miss-hit. Lewandowski went after. Well, we wish him well, obviously. Hoping it's for Mertesacker, but I think most Arsenal fans will be relieved to hear that rather than an injury, given that, like I said, charging back to help. James Rodriguez's corner. The Premier League season against Leicester City. Home game. First 3 in August, followed by Stoke and Liverpool. Thomas Muller, deflection unchecked, did very, very well.
Check having already committed, but this is why they do all those quick, short recovery saves in training. Decisive deflection, still one of the Premier League's best. Petr Cech.
And when not training, keep sharp. Lewandowski releasing Thomas Muller. He was waiting for the options to present. Ribéry, Maitland-Niles having a bit of a lesson off the venerable Ribéry at the moment. Bernat, and Cech again, and another deflection on it. This time he goes the other way and keeps it out.
Not playing in his number one position, but he showed too much of the outside to Ribery for that chance for Bernat. Full credit to Petr Cech, who's...
James Rodriguez working back. On by Ribery to Bernat. Rodriguez is free and nobody's really picking him up the other side of the box. That's where it's aimed. Made up so much time, Rodriguez, and yet again Petr Cech comes to... How much time for Arsenal woke up to that? That's straight at Cech. He can't believe he's not scored that.
Starting to get a little bit more comfortable. The weight on the pass was wonderful.
The
Onside
question
as well.
Sorry, Rob, I think it should be aimed at Kolasinac. It's his job to... Could not get back there, that must be said. And hopefully from Arsenal's point of view, it's not a pre-season injury for the new man. Ribery, Dosky, score it. I'm mystified by that, really, having watched him so often in those positions. And it's not like him to give a teammate a chance in front of goal, that's for sure. Maybe he felt he couldn't get there, but he... Look at the condition this man is in. Oh, he's taken one there.
And read where he's going to go. That hasn't worked for him. And this time for Franck Ribery.
Him from the penalty spot. Leaves it to Alaba. That's what he can be all about. Spiky, belligerent, sharp. Going again here. Bayern got lots and lots of bodies.
Charging off his line. To say great cameo from James as well as he comes off.
Pantovic, all too easily. Now or never really for Arsenal in this game. Iwobi, he's done well. Aaron Ramsey. Iwobi, yes! Arsenal level it. Right at the death. Alex Iwobi's got the goal. Really as good a header.
Of such high quality. Execution from this situation is brilliant. And Aaron Ramsey knew exactly on that header into the corner.
Superb from Ramsey, and what
a bench that Martinez has kept that one out in some style, recovered well too.
Good work. Mentioned how tall he is, he's got to scramble quickly there, but he did it. Which he does.
Keep us up.
Shootout for Bayern Munich. The German does not.
Planted into the inside of that far corner from Mats Hummels, who we know is such a...
And he's denied by Friftel. Coman just squeezes it on
each other, but he wasn't at...
Hammers it home.
Never going to get anywhere near that.
And he gets it under for this. For Alex Iwobi, reminding everybody. And he can't do it. Martinez, who's on penalties. That's perhaps a bigger head penalties, but they'll enjoy.